Welcome to Top of the Shop. Alright. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Welcome to Top of the Shop for August 26, 2021. I'm your stream host of this evening, Robbie V. Joining me on commentary, Mr. Watson Chan.
What's up?
And we are live here at Game Cafe in Independence on the Independence Square for Street Fighter V. This is KC's longest running local. If you're joining the stream because you heard about us at Planet Comic Con, welcome. You are in the real shit now. It's Top of the Shop, Street Fighter V Champion Edition coming your way. As usual, guys, I had a little bit of computer issues tonight. Let us know how it looks. Let us know how it sounds. I'm already seeing my bars peek out the hell. So anyways, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Yeah, so let's get it started here. Exclamation point bracket should get you where you need to be if you were following along at home.
I'm summoning a storm.
We've got Kong and Bloody up first. So Kong repping Lucia. Bloody, of course, on Rashid. Been a hot second since we've been able to stream. Things been a little sleepy. Things been a little quiet here in KC, but we're back nonetheless. Street Fighter V Champion Edition 2 out of 3 tournament double elimination bracket. Yep. You guys want to get involved with KC Fighting Games? Check us out on the web at Facebook/group/KCFGC. Both players picking the dark colors on the dark stage. Looks like there's no. I think the game music must be disabled on here, but that's okay. We'll make it work.
I think it was working when Tim and I were playing, but
was it? It just sounds.
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I was just tripping. I don't know. But anyway.
Yep. So neutral being figured out here. So
Bloody with an early fight.
Excuse me. I like Bloody. A lot of his efforts lately have been playing online have been to a lot more of a try to put a little bit of control to the chaos. So Rashid can be very hectic in his offense. Kong, obviously known as one of our top players in KC, very fundamentally based, ground-based style. Right now, both players kind of figuring each other out back and forth in neutral. That's going to be kind of the give and take of Bloody, and kind of his overall game plan is, I'm going to be -2. When are you going to blow damage? Yeah, I had a huge opportunity for some damage right there, too.
Yeah, that V-skill's -8. Don't want to let that go unpunished.
Yep. All kicks in this game that look like Chun-Li kicks are all minus. So Kong finding a low, into that V-trigger, big damage straight into super, take round number 1. This should do it. I don't want to jinx it, but
oh yeah, definitely. That is a pretty low damage super overall, but at that range, yeah, totally gonna close it out.
Yeah, I think you guys can hear the game, like the sound effect, but I don't think there's a background track.
Big crush counter, bit of a reset instead of going for the full damage.
Yeah, that shows you the merit of doing the random block training. Is when you're throwing those crush counter buttons out, you want to be able to really take advantage of them.
Plus frames. Ooh, gonna see that is Rashid's stand roundhouse is -4, so got to be a little careful with the spacing on that.
Dude, you don't hear the music either, right? Unless it's something to do with the PlayStation is like only doing like left output or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it's got to be a problem with the audio mix, because I'm like pretty sure the music was normal when Tim and I were playing a second ago.
Okay. Overhead.
I don't know. We can ask the players after the set.
I'll ask them after the set. The music, not the end of the world.
Yeah, for sure.
Actually, let me make sure. You know what? It actually might be us.
Is there music for you guys?
It's the volume's low on it.
Okay.
No, like I know the volume is. All right. Well, anyways.
But it is on, right? Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
I wonder if in the menu he has the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if in the menu he has the, because I'm not using my PlayStation. My PlayStation might be dead.
Damn.
Fight.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, weird. Ooh, big mistake from that was counter hit too.
Yep.
Must have just
Lucia-
canceled a smidge too late.
Lucia has that kind of that issue, that consistency, if you will, of pushing too far out on counter hit, because sometimes it kind of flubs some of her combos. All right, so, oh man, Bloody once again. I'm missing that kind of clutch stand medium punch hit confirm. Got to deal with this V trigger. Oh, the whiff throw. Kong creating opportunity in the midst of the scramble. Let's go coast to coast here with the Coast Guard Lucia. Straight to the ground here. Still plus frames. Excuse me. Good V reversal to get out. But again, don't just V reversal if you are just doing it just to do it. There has to be a backup plan. There has to be a little bit of foresight into what is the point of doing the V reversal in the first place. Right. A lot of players, especially newer players, will get in their mindset of, well, I don't really have a Dragon Punch, so I'm going to use my V reversal every given chance. But they don't really know what to do with it afterwards. So something you got to think about, especially with Rashid, where most of the time you're not going to get punished for that V reversal, but against a player who knows the matchup, you're going to take some damage in the back end.
Right.
So Kong trying to scout that range, that crouch heavy punch. Oh, here we go. Tried to interrupt it early on, missed it though.
Yeah, he did the roll a little bit too early, so he knocked him out of range of the second hit of the EX one shot.
Kong really trying to push it. He wants to prove that I can punish this. Oh, gotta see some damage there.
Yeah, -8.
Oh, okay.
Gotta figure out what Rashid's best punish in that situation is. I feel like probably low forward, but he might be able to get a medium punch.
I would say in that situation, low forward EX Eagle Spike, just get the hell out of the corner.
Yeah.
EX DP finds a mark, more red damage, or more mental damage than red. Here comes big pressure here. Oh, that was enough, but we'll go ahead and count it on the throw. Kong kind of closing his eyes like, man, I can't believe I got hit by that. So, Crouch Fierce and the EX win shot, that's the tornado move that Rashid is doing, is not a true string. If you have a Dragon Punch, you can get through it. Some characters, depending on the spacing, can even jump out of it completely. So, it's a conversation that Bloody and Kong have both had in Street Fighter chat. Okay.
Yeah, if you are like super scouting it out, you can even challenge with a button.
Yep.
But that's kind of hard to do on reaction unless you really have a read on your opponent's habits.
So there's that mixer, that light punch mixer being -2. Again, there you go. How many times is Bloody going to get away with the minus frames into EXDP? In the corner, out of it. Oh, that time managed to get some damage.
Yeah.
Can he hold Kong here?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that reset off of the crush counter though, because it's like he's so far away. So even after the reset, so he's really not in a position to mix her up.
That's dead.
Kong gonna take it.
So yeah. Go ahead and finish your thought on that.
Oh, I was just gonna say I think it's one of that just goes to show it's really important to optimize damage in situations like that, because Bloody definitely had chances to win in that set, but that reset after the crush counter, you're just leaving so much damage on the table, and you also put yourself in a position where you're kind of like you're plus, but like you're not really in a good position to continue your offense. So yeah.
So I just want to double check with the viewers at home. You guys can hear the background music, because I don't know why, but we're not hearing it through the headset. Technical issues continue to plague me tonight, but if you guys can hear it on your end and it's not drowning us out, then we're just gonna let it rock. All right. Can I get Little Flavor Saint and ST Makoto on stream, please? All right. So we've got coming up next. We have oh no, what happened to the mouse?
Ruh-roh. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I don't have, I'm in a shop that sells Magic the Gathering cards to sustain its livelihood, and I can't find one mat
right
to use as a mouse pad. Yeah, no, I really looked everywhere. Trust me. I was I think somebody went through that back closet and took a bunch of stuff home, because I couldn't find one.
Yeah, I didn't even think to bring mine.
I don't know about the music though. Don't hear anything. Yeah, I mean that's what I mean is I don't know what is plugged in backwards. Like,
it might just be low on the in the in-game settings itself.
I'm gonna go check it actually,
because I know a lot of people like to
play music.
Yeah,
I'll be right.
Play their own music.
I'm gonna go check real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. There's the background music, so it was turned off. Okay. A million boxes to check, so little time. But anyways, we have a Little Flavor Saint and ST Makoto. You will recognize these two gentlemen as Full Bleed and Alabar, aka Substrat. So both these guys memeing.
Yeah, I don't know the joke behind Chris's tag, but Alabar's is pretty good.
Well, Alabar tweeted this out earlier today, and I was like, this needs to be your next like CFN Smurf account.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he was like, it might be my new handle tonight. Chris is memeing because everybody, or I should say everybody, 4 casualties racked up this week of getting people to watch School Days. So that is not a Third Strike reference. That is Makoto from the critically acclaimed Oscar-winning anime School Days.
I was gonna say I thought the joke was that like
Makoto didn't make it in 5.
Yeah, well, it was like I thought. Yeah, kind of. I thought the joke was like somebody said Makoto was their main in ST, and it's like obviously they didn't play ST.
No, it's a School Days reference because
I see.
Everybody is exploring the thrill that is School Days. All right, here we go. So we got Blanca and Nash on the screen, same map again, same stage. Crouch Fierce got a nice buff in the last big balance patch, namely that Blanca stays closer on crush counter. Talk about buttons that got buffed though. That Sobot staying medium kick from Nash doing work. Here comes plus frames here. Chris taking the plus frames in the back corner into throw, looking for an overhead, trying to nail a stun in. You are not going anywhere. EX Rainbow Ball out of the corner, but it had a chance to challenge. Nice jump back by Chris, still trying to figure it out here.
Yep. Here comes the time now though.
Yeah, and Nash has no EX get off me button. He does have the V-trigger stocked here. Chris really not getting a whole lot off of that. Nice EXDP, good challenge.
Ooh, he opted not to do the follow-up off of the X up roll.
+1 on that moonsault. Deal with the problem before it's a problem. Welcome to Street Fighter 4. Empty ball into throw. Ooh, look for a wild throw. Nobody home.
No answer here.
Yep, Chris's biggest problem. Oh, as we say,
attempt. Man, he's really got to start using crouch medium punch as an anti-air in this game.
Crouch medium punch, stand roundhouse. EX up ball, like the thing is like it's not as consistent as a traditional flash kick, I guess.
Yeah, I mean we saw right there. There's like a big dead zone.
Yep.
Where you can get over it.
But the thing is like you don't want to see ST Makoto get discouraged by that. Excellent challenge. Deal with the problem before it becomes a problem. That is Nash's super versus that Blanca ball. Oki here. Plus. Again, keeps the pressure up, back to neutral. Oh, just letting him jump in for free is Little Flavor Saint. Trying to mix it up here. Oh, trying to get that shot of Earth going. That's Blanca's long-range anti-fireball. Nice. I really like Little Flavor Saint using that Sobot pressure.
Ooh, he hit him out of the moonsault startup.
Yeah, he's really got to keep pressure on here. Take the throw. Alabar still has V-trigger to get out here. Good defense, excellent blocking. Oh, stays in front. That's one of those things where if you haven't been playing Street Fighter 5 since Season 1, that's going to look kind of tricky to you. Because, like, if you have any other prior fighting game like experience at all, you're expecting that kind of an attack or that kind of an ability to go behind you. Yeah. And that's one of those things you...
Well, it's kind of, honestly, it's kind of weird that he would not expect it to stay in front because Street Fighter is one of the few fighting games where you actually can cross someone up in the corner. A lot of fighting games, you can't do that. And it's considered like, if there is a character that can steal the corner from you, it's like usually pretty cheap in other games.
Yeah, but that's the thing about Nash is that ability will never go put him in the corner. Yeah. Like if you are against the wall, like butt against the wall, you are Nash will always stay in front, and that's just one of those kind of visual mix-ups there that kind of exists. And again, like you learned that lesson in Season 1 when Nash was much more widely represented.
Yeah.
All right, so Saint up one game, Makoto still trying to steal a game, steal somebody's heart. Oh, could have slid that, I believe.
Yeah. Seeing the power of Rainbow Ball there, that move is really hard to air-to-air.
Yep, as close as to a dive kick as Blanca's ever going to get. All right, sliding in there. So Saint getting a little bit too frisky with the quicker as a fleet. with the Sobots. It is a great button. It does go full screen. Other side, good defense by Chris. Good challenge there, staying jab.
No punish. I bet Blanca could punish that with reversal heavy ball.
Yeah. Just like I'm sure that Nash can punish a lot of Blanca balls with just medium kick side. All right, so
probably.
plus frames again here. Keep the offense going. Crouch fierce punch. Another one. No V reversal yet from Chris. White Life backing up. Look at that jump medium kick. Cashing in the damage. Let's see some damage here. Oh no, Chris just not in time. Look at this defense by Saint right now. Just not caring about this robbery Blanca. Oh, I must have spoke too soon. Chris is not going for throw yet. He's going to slide it. He's going to slide it for the win. Oh, the trade on the jab. Saint on match point.
Yep.
So you see that little bit of damage, that little bit of green still hanging on Nash's life bar. That could have been mitigated by properly punishing Scythe and anti-air.
Yep.
Like we talk about all the time what it means to be unoptimal.
And also, anytime, even if you don't have V reversal, anytime he cancels into, like Stand Fierce canceled into EX Moonsault has a gap that's big enough that you can knock him out of the air with a crush counter button.
Good punish. There it is right there. Heavy ball keeps Blanca the closest. Man, so Saint really using that EX Moonsault to try to force some pressure there. What a whip punish there by Alabar. Taking some meter off the back end here with the Oki and the throw.
Nash wins.
I think that up backing is a Skullgirl's habit. If I had to guess.
Yeah, he does it in...
Can I get Barrel Jack and username on stream, please? Barrel Jack and username.
Yeah, I think that's a habit that comes from a lot of other games that Chris plays, because he does that in Guilty Gear a lot too, and it was better in older Guilty Gears. It's really bad. Like, trying to chicken block is really bad in Strive.
All right, so we are going to wrap up winners round 1 here. Barrel Jack and username up next on the stream. We have not seen Barrel Jack yet at the top of the shop. He is one of our newer players. So good to see him throw some money into the pot and get involved with Street Fighter this week. And if you want to get involved with us as well, check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/group/KCFGC. We are here just about every Thursday and Saturday, rain or shine. So if you are interested in getting involved with fighting games, not just Street Fighter, Guilty Gear also hot right now here in Kansas City. Had a lot of representation for Dragon Ball Fighters at Planet Comic-Con over the weekend. Mortal Kombat, Tekken 7, the list goes on. Come out, play games. We have plenty of room. So even if you're not a Street Fighter player and you're like, oh man, I don't know, I play Tekken, bring a setup out. There's other guys that play Tekken. We got some very good Tekken players here in KC. So check it out.
You want to play a game?
Bring your setup.
Yep, bring it.
Bring it out.
Even if there's nobody here that plays it, you'll probably be able to convince at least someone to sit down and play it with you.
Yeah. All right, so username Gavin on Nikali. He mentioned playing Oro. He has recently made the switch over to the Hitbox. That is a fighting game input device that does not have a joystick.
Yep.
It's supposed to be the most accurate way to do fighting game inputs.
From what I understand, it was like originally designed for just PC gaming in general, but it just really caught on with fighting game players in the past couple years.
I mean, having two of the top players in the world, Fudo and Daigo, both say that Hitbox is the final form of fighting games, probably did absolutely awesome for their numbers.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so Barrel Jack on Zangief and sorry, I'm gonna get the names here. Username on Nikali, Barrel Jack on Zangief. Big jump in,
but too much. It was a good idea, but he had too much block stun from the jump in.
You're 2+, man.
Yeah, heavy buttons are super duper plus when you land them on block in the air.
I can't remember the last time I've seen Nikali and Zangief on the same screen.
Right?
Nikali, kind of a character that has
dropped off a lot.
Yeah, dropped off a lot since
nice punish on the sweep.
Season 1.
Like that's impressive to me, because usually you expect somebody to punish a sweep with their own sweep, but Gavin recognized that he was close enough to get that crouch strong into disc guidance.
Yep.
Punish.
Good Dragon Punch, too, on the anti-air. So it's like early on in the match, whenever you're at this 2-square spacing right here, if you miss an early anti-air, you're just trying to check the other players, have its tendency. So that first DP, I like that Gavin was like, okay, I missed one anti-air, we're going for number 2, though. Wake Up SPD, Street Fighter 4 in the building. Dash up. Okay, so username showing that he's willing to backdash here. See if Barrel Jack can put a big roundhouse.
Nice air there.
Jump strong, juggle. Right now, Barrel Jack
for stun. But he had the meter on deck. Good read from Gavin.
Whoa! Did you see how deep that was?
Yeah.
It's like Zangief when he lunged forward to get that grab, pushed his hitbox so far forward that it was a cross up.
Yeah.
Good read by username though, saying, okay, you got all 3 bars up. I don't want to get scooped here and make this a close game, so we're just holding up. So Barrel Jack, learning kind of that hard lesson early in Street Fighter 5, your Street Fighter 5 career. Sometimes, most often, blocking is your best answer.
Yeah.
On Wake Up.
And Wake Up SPD it can beat some options if you call them out, but it's not really a reversal, not really meant to be used that way. So yeah, Geef's only real get off me tool is his Wake Up critical art.
Alright, a raw DP from username, try to get back to neutral here. Mid-screen, here we go. So I'd like to see more from Barrel Jack is more crouch jab. That's really kind of Zangief's poke, control the ground.
Yep. And again, getting counter hit on Wake Up, probably still trying to Wake Up SPD.
Oh, V-Trigger 2 activates, so this is going to be some big damage. Wake Up SPD. Oh, good neutral jump. No block now. Dang, nice DP. Username backing up, saying, hey, I know you're prone to hold up forward here. I'm going to back up. I'm going to give you the ropes so you can hang yourself. Username now on match point. Like I said, crouch jab with Zangief, a great kind of pressure tool because, again, players are naturally more scared of the SPD than you should be getting counter code.
Yeah.
All right,
we got the knockdown. Immediate Wake Up EXTP. First one of the set.
Yeah, I like that decision by username because he hasn't really been punished super hard yet, and so far his reads are paying off. So here comes the big giant SPDs if he can jump up and get one. Wow. I actually don't know if I've ever seen. Does this influence super? No, it doesn't. Oh, that empty jump SPD would have been so godlike, but now he finds himself in the corner here. Username, again.
Very close to V-Trigger.
Gavin will say all the time, he's like, I don't know, I play pretty lame, and this is kind of that very patient kind of zoning game. Ooh, that could have been SPD. Looks like you saw it there, that instant jump jab, usually indicative of somebody missing that 360 input. Another one, too far away. C1, good interrupt.
Gavin's, okay, there he activates. I thought he was going to sit on the V meter and try to use it for V reversal, but...
Oh, he just wanted that raw bear grab there.
Go for the activation in the puke, the meaty puke. Not quite meaty, but he did it at a range that was hard to challenge. Nice
coming down to the wire here. 24 to play. Oh, miss.
First missed DP opportunity of the set from username.
He is really trying to get that dash up SPD and just going to be out of range for it.
Yeah.
So going back to kind of if that's your goal, right? If your goal is to try to, catch your opponent off guard with dash up SPD, you really have to condition for crouch jab. Yep. Crouch jab, walk, crouch jab, walk, crouch jab, walk, crouch jab, walk, until your opponent, and it might take a hot second.
Yeah.
But until your opponent is tired of getting counter poked, they're trying to move around, they might try to jump, you get lariat, and then the minute that you smell the blood in the water of they're gonna hit down back, that's when you dash up. Or hop, forward medium kick, the knee skip to my Lou. That's how you're gonna open up that kind of offense.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to conclude winners round 1 already. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, guys. My name is Robbie V. Joining me on commentary, Mr. Watson Chan. And let's get the rest of the tournament going. Off stream, I need Tim and ST Makoto. On stream, I need Riles, Barkley, and Kong. After that, Grilled Cheese and Little Flavor Saint. After that, Watson Chan and username. All right. So we got Rouse Barkley and Kong coming up next. This should be a pretty good match.
Yep.
Kong been dabbling with Akira.
I know these guys were warming up together too, so.
Yeah, I mean, in the smaller scene, that's how it's going to be.
Yep.
You're probably going to run into the guy that
you played casuals with.
You played casuals, yeah. So Kong been dabbling with Akira and Oro coming out. This is the first tournament here in Kansas City where we have been able to compete with those characters as 2 options. I think the overall community reaction in terms of Kansas City has been pretty lukewarm towards these characters. Everybody, usually gets pretty excited when a new character comes out. Jump on the train, upload your, full jump-in damage combo to Twitter, so on and so forth. And I think overall, like, general FGC is like, yeah, Oro V-Trigger 2 combos are fun to watch. Akira has mix-ups with the Daigo setup. That's what she calls in her older brother. But I think a lot of people are kind of trying to ask the question of where do these characters really fit into the bigger scheme of the game?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not upset if Akira just kind of becomes like Karin 1.5. Because then it's like, well, I want to play Karin. I want to play somebody else. Oh, here's Akira then. Okay, or I don't want to play Cammy. I want to play somebody else. Well, here's Akira.
Yeah.
And Oro's kind of like, well, I want to play Guy. I want to play somebody else. Okay, here's Oro. I don't want to play Gil. Okay, here's Oro. So it's kind of like these characters kind of live in this 1.5 version of themselves. They don't really do some things better than the previous characters I mentioned, but they aren't also just not viable.
Yeah.
It's not like we didn't get like a fall or something like that where it's just like, man, no thank you.
Right.
Shout outs to Raw Mercy for the sub, also BAP attack.
Yeah, I guess we'll, I don't know, maybe somebody will flesh out these characters' metagames.
I know that Brian F. and Nemo are kind of paving the way for Oro right now. I haven't really seen anything too crazy on a competitive level from Akira yet.
Yeah, I know. I think Punk won.
Oh yeah.
Wednesday night fights with her, but
like week 1.
Yeah, but yeah, it was like week 1, and it's like Punk can just pick any character and be carried by his fundamentals.
He's probably he's probably not doing Akira stuff. He's just doing like what Punk is known for doing.
Yeah,
which is being godlike on the ground. So here we go here. G damage versus Karin Kanzuki ground game. Kong.
And I know this is a lot of Karins consider this a bad matchup for her too. So
wow, Riles Barkley been on point so far. These whip punishes and these stray confirms looking good. So that drop right there, G is still plus. That is so important to pay attention to because G with the command grabs where a lot of his damage opens up, that's going to be a prime opportunity if Riley tries to cash in later on. Kong with V-Trigger right now, looking to try to force the issue, looking for that low forward, confirm, there it is, Tinko take him all the way to the corner. G, no dragon punch of his own, he's just got to hold this, but every piece of damage that G takes gets him closer to V-Trigger, and here it comes.
Gotta hold all this pressure right now.
Kong close to his super, Riles Barkley, meter draining away. Oh, what a challenge, stand roundhouse.
But he didn't confirm that low forward, and that would have been the round.
Man, I don't like that fireball right there. It's about
yeah, that's
missed input right now. Riley just
dropped it. He went for the hard combo.
Damn.
I would have just spent 2 bars. I would have just done the easy one.
What's important about that round for Riley is he's one of our young guys out here.
Yeah.
He needs to understand Kong is a human like everybody else, and he can win if he believes in his Street Fighter and stays in control.
Oh yeah, I mean he's done it before.
Ooh, big crush. Kong again, ticking away with those buttons. That's the thing about Karin. Very strong pressure, and look, he earned that walk up, and that's because of that previous string, 3 buttons, there's 3 back and forth. Riley's Barkley missing with punish, takes him to the corner, opting out for damage. Karin with the options here. Do I go for damage or do I go for Oki? 1 bar away from trigger. Riles Barkley still trying to tap away here. Here comes Kong with the 2 bar. Oh, V reversal. I don't know about that, man. Or V shift.
Yeah, not gonna matter though. Kong gonna take the first game.
So again, that's always the danger. So you see Kong playing Karin, walking up, you see the stand medium punches, you see the jabs, you see all the buttons that are coming that can be blocked standing. All of that is to get you to go say, I'm going to walk out of this pressure, clip by a low forward, full damage conversion. That's just one thing that Riles Barkley's got to stay cognizant of. Trust in his game plan, trust in his hit confirms. Kong taking game number 1. And then ultimately, Kong gets the walk up. That's kind of like the final cherry on the cake. Nice challenge. Crush damage here from Riles Barkley, pushing Kong slowly back to corner. What a whip punish. I think he's getting a little too liberal with the V shifts. Wow, crouch fears. Talk about a much needed, was that season 3 buff when that became a thing?
I think so.
Strong on the ground. Arm with plenty of options there. Plus frames. Okay, so delay button is in effect here. Kong looking to try to blow that timing up. Here comes the activation. EXDP. Kong says, I've got the life to spend in worst case scenario. First throw is broken away. Nice check on the walk forward.
It's party time now. Gonna need one more though. Ooh, empty jump low is blocked.
That never works on Kong, man. Man,
I feel like it never works on anybody when I try it.
Here's the thing. So G has that great low forward, cannot confirm off of it.
Yep, not cancel.
That is the difference in class, if you will, between
But that
these two
stand
characters.
light kick from G though, I know is a button that a lot of current players say is a problem in this matchup.
Oh man. How's Barkley doing a lot of uncharacteristic drops, maybe playing too much Tarkov. B-shift, -2.
I know he's also
shimmy.
been playing a lot on his Oro Smurf lately too, so.
Might be throwing him off. Jumps out, crouch fierce, plenty of R to spin here. Dead. I'm gonna say I think he got in his own head just a little bit, just a tad.
Yeah.
Just a skosh. Which, you know, can happen sometimes when you're playing, you know, the perceived best player in the scene. You're like, man, did I really just whip punish Kong? Oh man, did I really just X, Y, and Z? All right. Can I get grilled cheese and Alabar playing? Oh, okay. Get on Street Fighter. All right, so coming up next. Can I get Riles Barkley and Barrel Jack off stream, please?
On stream.
You guys are winners bracket. All right, guys, we're chugging along here, round 2, top in the shop here, Kansas City, Street Fighter 5. Thanks for joining us this evening. Riley ain't playing enough Tarkov. Can we have an interview with Riley? No.
Maybe later.
We put winners on the mic around here.
Oh dang!
No, I'm just kidding. That is not the end of Riles Barkley. Again, this is a double elimination tournament, so we will more than likely see him on the rebound in loser side. But for now, we've got Little Flavor Saint and Grilled Cheese. Have not seen Grilled Cheese, Joel, in the arena of Street Fighter in a while. Been grinding Guilty Gear pretty consistently with Kai. A lot of our Street Fighter players, there's always a lot of crossover with the Street Fighter guys and other mainstream FG titles. You know, anytime there's another game out, everybody's like, hey, I want to jump in on that. Let's figure that out a little bit.
Yep.
So, Little Flavor Saint, saw him earlier playing Nash. His main is Ed.
Used to be Nash though.
Used to be Nash. Really, he just has an Ed, that's it. Nash doesn't count. Alright.
Instant kill. Okay. Come on.
Alright, so
It's
Ed.
Okay.
This is like the cooler version versus the less cool version.
Yeah, a lot of people, when Ed came out, a lot of people were like, yo, if you were a Cody main in Street Fighter 4, you should play Ed. And every Cody player immediately disgusted by Ed.
Yeah.
So they go, this is not what I signed up for.
Right.
But on that topic, though, both these characters do have more of an unconventional projectile game. Cody with the whirlwinds, Ed with the flicker shots. So, and both these characters have very impressive V-trigger twos as well. Grilled Cheese, Cody opens up with the man grab, and Ed with the basically 16 straight seconds of snatch with pressure.
Yeah. That being said, I do think this season Ed's V-Trigger 1 is the stronger pick, but it's also the harder one to use. And V-Trigger 2 is still perfectly viable, so...
Man, right now just getting chewed up by the flicker. That is just tapping buttons on the stick. Close to stun. That was just a lot of 1, 2, 3 all the way to the corner. One more mix here. Ooh, catches and pressing buttons on the way up. Grilled Cheese sometimes gets a little bit hot under the collar. Try to activate V-Trigger 2. Cost him the round. Pressing buttons there.
Gonna see a big punish on that. There we go. Oh, but he didn't have the level 2 Zonk charged.
Yeah, you gotta know that Little Flavor Saint is willing to pull the trigger on those EXDPs. Oh my goodness. This is degenerate right now. He's like, you know, I noticed you're pressing buttons when I'm negative. Hold this EXDP.
Yo. bars should be able to seal it out.
Yeah.
Only needed one.
So really what needs to happen here is that, Grilled Cheese has to get the cobwebs out. He's got to switch gears over to Street Fighter, set Guilty Gear on the shelf for a second, and get back to the game. Get back to the pace, find the, where the ranges where he really lives.
Yeah. I would think it's not that huge of a jump because, Kai is probably the most Street Fighter character in Guilty Gear. Yeah, probably either him or Giovanna, and those are the two that Joel plays.
All right, so finally taking advantage of the corner here is Grilled Cheese. Man, minus after that uncharged Zonk though. Playing with fire, I was going to say, touch the stove enough, you're going to catch that EXDP from Little Flavor Saint. Back to mid-screen here, neutral jump looking for a throw, excellent backdash. Grilled Cheese looking to try to get something started here. Here comes this V-Trigger 2. The Rock still a problem. Where did the Rock even go?
Yeah, it's like
it's
like he just threw it over in the grass.
Yeah, it's just like, look, I didn't want it. All right, Flavor Saint back to the wall. Oh, desperation throw. This should be dead. Oh, with the reset though. Little Flavor Saint not ready for the hit confirm and the V-Trigger activate. I don't actually think he can get anything off of that. I'm not really worried about it. I'm not sure. Roundhouse, trigger activate. Nice sway.
Yeah, got a punish too.
If Alabar blocks 2 more buttons, I guarantee you he's gonna EXP. I'm calling it right now. That's what I'd like to see a lot more from Grilled Cheese too, is using the Fireball game, especially because Ed does not have V-Skill 2, which is the anti-Fireball, the better anti-Fireball move. Look, there it is. There's a scramble situation, EXDP. Good up kicks, anti-air, again, Little Flavor Saint backing up to that range. Grilled Cheese trying to get super out.
Did he get him? No. Oh yeah, he caught the dash. This should be the round. No, he did a
good bait.
Kind of suboptimal combo, but didn't matter.
Yeah.
It was all part of the plan to make Alabar spin the bar.
Yeah. He was like, oh, you're gonna do your V-Trigger combo? No, I'm gonna EXDP. Oh, what a sway.
Got the sway again.
That's what I'm saying.
That's pretty good.
You've proven that you can beat the Snatcher with sway. That should open up your Fireball game, man. Just like every once in a while throw a Fireball and then get ready to anti-air.
Oh,
because
yeah.
much like in round number 1 where Little Flavor Saint was not being anti-aired by Chris, same exact story
Big
here.
Jump. Yeah, especially if I see that Ed is not running V-Skill 2.
Oh, I'm throwing
Fireballs all day.
Stars here. He's got enough to kill. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Grilled Cheese on the board to say he's waking up a little bit here.
Cody wins.
Again, just little adaptations. And whenever you anti-air appropriately, talk about anti-air because it is one of the core fundamentals, not just of Street Fighter, but every fighting game.
Round 1.
How do you deal with your opponent's air approach? Some games you can block in the air, some games you can't. Street Fighter, one of those games.
Yeah, neither of these characters really have an option to change their jump arc either. Cody does have a really good cross-up button.
Yes.
But doesn't change his jump arc at all.
Wake up sway, great damage here by Little Flavor Saint with the reset on the back end, trying to mix. Oh man, the thing about Grilled Cheese, those counter hits you're seeing, I promise you, if you see Grilled Cheese be counter hit, it's because he's got V-Trigger 2 and he's trying to just cram a button in there to activate.
Yeah.
Whether it's hammer or if it's sweep.
And Ed's throw Oki did get nerfed, so now he's -2 after that dash. So Cody can definitely check him there. You just have to press a faster button.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a tunnel vision thing. It's definitely something that Grilled Cheese can work on. So, Little Flavor Saint trying to run away with this game number 3 here.
Yep, gonna spin the bar early, give himself a good life lead.
Man, another
Get him
super.
again?
It doesn't matter though. Like none of this is like if I'm damage.
That matters. No, it could have mattered. That also could have mattered.
Okay, gotta be careful. Oh, that should be enough.
That autopilot.
Grilled Cheese definitely showing some life, but Little Flavor Saint will move on.
Ed wins.
Can I get Watson Chan and username, please? All right, special thanks to Watson Chan hanging out on commentary with me tonight. My name is Robbie V. We're broadcasting from Game Cafe in Independence, Missouri. Check them out on the internet. PlayGameCafe.com. One-stop shop for all things tabletop games, card games. One of the best card shops I've ever been to. joining me on commentary, Mr. Kong, Dr. Kong Fu.
What's up?
You hear me okay?
Yes. All right. I haven't seen Gavin play in so long.
Long time.
Does he even play?
Nikali.
Oh, can we even have an interview with Riley? No. He is a certified hoe.
Damn. All right, so we saw a username earlier tonight on Nikali. Watson Chan, a couple different characters in his Season V roster. Karin, Cammy, Akuma.
Ooh, I wonder who he'll pick for this matchup.
Been on Akuma lately, and I like to see people like stick to their guns. You know, like stop chasing the top tier. Looks like we are going to see it. A lot of players, a lot of people that played Akuma in Street Fighter 4 kind of gravitated towards Nikali in Season 1. And then Akuma actually came out, so they have to worry about that.
Yeah, in between Season 1 and Season 2.
The problems of not having a
Mouse pad. Oh.
So you gotta be rich with
Ooh, give him that cross between the $1 and the $5.
it. Yeah.
It actually works.
It actually works. That's how you know we don't use game mouse pads out here. Just go straight for the money. So one of the biggest issues in this matchup is going to be kind of Nikali's stubby buttons. But if Nikali touches Akuma, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, he actually got a lot of damage. Ooh, trying to kill Fireball.
Okay, back and forth here. I kind of mentioned it in Grilled Cheese's match, but Watson also been playing a lot of Strive lately, so gonna have to be a little bit of a mental gear switch here.
Let's see if Gavin knows the defense. Ooh.
I like trying to go for a low, trying to bait out the shimmy, or not really a low, but crouch strong, just trying to get some damage in there.
That doesn't work.
It looks cool though.
Yeah.
Here comes the trigger activate. No
Nice
throw.
block. Ooh, Gavin actually playing some pretty good defense.
Yeah. Ooh, nice DP. He's one touch away from taking this round. Oh, Watson Chin. Kind of betting the farm that low forward. Confirmed. Got to go medium Kikatsu. Wow, that was a lot of plus frames, and that is why Akuma is so strong.
But he didn't need it. Saved his meter.
Yeah, I think he's pretty confident. He's like, yeah, I don't think you're going to wake up DP again. That's the heartbreaker, though.
Oh, no.
Drops on both sides here. Side switch. Got to spin the meter now.
Oh, nice counter hit confirm.
Ooh, going for the empty low. Watson just was like, yeah, every time I try to go empty low on people, it never works. 2 bars just get thrown.
He's dead.
Oh, yeah, super. Yeah, that was like the most optimal route after throw stun.
Try the instant overhead. And Nikali just sitting there crouching.
Alright, let's see if he's going to live long enough to get one of those famous Nikali forward dash in the throw. There it is.
Man. Stand jab. There you go. One of the best 3-framers in the game.
Oh, confirmable. Goes into lots of options for Akuma. But most importantly, 3 frames.
Yeah, and it goes so far.
First win for player 1.
The last time these guys played, I believe it was actually final point. So it's just I say that because Gavin's got some teeth. You don't want to underestimate.
I would like to see him use a little bit more of the ground pound. Get the V trigger, get it going.
Yeah, like I said, this range where you don't see Gavin pressing any buttons pretty much been conditioned by Watson Chan. Like, I'm going to put more damage in on you at this range than what you've been doing to me. So he's a little bit more proactive. Try to poke with the crouch strong. Try to poke with a stand strong, stand medium kick.
Yeah, he's been doing a good job getting those crouch strongs. It's just that the pressure isn't converting to anything.
Yeah, he's backing off.
Ooh, what an anti-air. Okay.
Yeah, very risky to do against Akuma with the different air approach. VP. Oh, good job on Watson, able to manage or see that spacing. Watson trying to play a little cheeky right now, man. Demon flips. He's Chuck Watson right now.
Oh no.
He's gonna hate me for saying.
I don't know if that was an input error, but we saw the command grab come out. I think he was trying to go for EX stomp.
Match point for Watson Chan.
Yeah, but a raw command grab would kill Watson.
Oh yeah, more than likely.
Gavin is playing on a hitbox, so
Yeah, he kind of sandbagged me a little bit last time we played. He was like, yeah, I just got this hitbox. I haven't really practiced a whole lot. He's like hitting all of his combos and stuff. I'm like, you guy.
yeah.
Has this ever happened to you? That's what I feel like.
Somebody replace your stick with some buttons and
Yeah, then you realize the turbo is on. And you're like, hey, you're not part of the turbo team.
that ain't legal.
Yeah, no button mashers.
I think he's still alive. Sliver. Oh,
Not that
dang.
time. Not that time.
Oh man, that was pretty quick work. Gavin did a good job fighting back, but
Gavin's always one of those players I'm like, if you just practiced.
yeah.
Can I get username and Bloody off stream, please? On stream, can I get Kong and Dap?
Ooh.
Sorry to kick you off so quick, Kong, but
That's
you got a
alright.
match with Destiny. Alright, we are in winners semifinals. The Kong and Dap VIP. This will be a fun match to watch. Two of our most skilled players in the city. Back on commentary, Mr.
Yep.
Watson Shannon.
What's up?
We were just saying that like Gavin's one of those players where it's like, man, if you just practice the game more, if you just if you were like in it to win it, you know, then he's got some good, solid, grounded fundamentals. It's just about we got to put the whole picture together.
Yeah. You know, I get it though. He said he hasn't had a lot of time to play lately, so. And plus, he's switching over to hitbox and learning a new controller is always. There's always some growing pains with that.
Dap VIP, a top 8 finalist in CPT Midwest over the summer. Going up against players like Brutus. You also might recognize him as the Iron Man X-23 main in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Plays Cammy. These guys go back and forth quite a bit in casuals. It's one of those things where I think Dap acknowledges that Kong is the stronger Street Fighter player, but that's not to say that Dap is not ever out of it or far behind.
Yeah.
And both these players play characters that I think play to their individual strengths very well. Cammy, Dap has a lot of great approach options with Cammy, stay medium kick. He spaces the dive kicks probably better than any Cammy that I've played against. In literally like the entire career of Street Fighter V, like I've never seen another Cammy player space the dive kicks so well. Kong again, back on Karn. So I like that he's going back to Karn. Makes me feel the same way. Like when I see Watson go back to Akuma, I'm like, okay, yeah. This is your character. This is where you live. So Cammy a little more. Oh, look at that early whip punish, staying fierce punch.
It's a hard button to whip punish too.
I would say that Cammy has the more burst damage when she gets into the V trigger, whereas Karn is kind of always consistent damage, consistent threat.
Yeah.
Definitely more effort that comes into playing Karn though. I will also say that Kong played Cammy throughout all of Season 2 and Season 3.
Yeah, so definitely familiar with what the character's capable of.
Yep.
He was playing her a little bit at the start of this season too.
Dap had such a great life lead, instantly evaporated by that drop spiral arrow. We'll blame it on the
It's
rollback.
time to shimmy. It's unfortunate.
Oh, it didn't confirm the wreck as though. There you go. I like that Dap recognized he hit the dive kick too high, not to keep pressing buttons. Oh, that's it.
Oh, it could have been
super though.
He could have V trigger canceled that too. The buff she got that she didn't need.
Yeah. Oh yeah. EX drill. It looks like an FADC combo.
Yeah.
Oh man, Kong really betting the farm. Dap with the optimal punish right there, going for the back throw for the extra meter gain. On that DP, it's very easy to get into a mindset, kind of autopilot, just go for the crush counter, move on to the next round. But mark of a high-level player, Dap with that Ultra Grandmaster crest on his profile. Both players now even on the dragon punches. Little nuances here in the movement, and when you see that Cammy do instant roundhouse, you're like, did you mean to miss up that dive kick?
Right.
Look at the explosive damage there for
Big
one bar.
shimmy.
Oh, Kong got real greedy on that. He was like, nah, I've earned this. I'm going for the throw immediately. Normally, whenever you condition off of a shimmy, you wait for the next opportunity to be plussed. Kong went straight in. That with V-Trigger here. Raw activate with punish. Very smart. Kong not biting on the shimmy from that. Back to neutral here.
Ooh, that should be the round.
Man, is his stick messed up?
Kongs or Devs?
Dab.
Because there's a little bit of an error from. I think I think he meant to do that. I think he read that Kong would try to walk forward.
It's a pretty big risk in my opinion.
It is for sure, but it's definitely a risk that Dap's willing to take sometimes.
Both players sitting on full meter. These little light buttons you're seeing being thrown around here neutral, all to mislead, all to give misinformation about what your opponent is trying to do in neutral. What's the real button we're trying to confirm here? And I'll give you a hint. It starts with C and ends in medium kick.
Yeah.
Big Karin, but damage just off the one bar. So that's the explosiveness, the consistency. Cammy's got to be in V-Trigger to really pick up some of that damage and might not get a chance here. We're going to see another shimmy here, absolutely. Walk forward, or walk back, walk forward. Kong put a throw in to take game number 1.
Yeah, also, Kong pointed out to me last Friday that the change to V-Shift was kind of an inadvertent nerf to Karin.
Yeah,
it makes
how you Tenko.
Yeah, so it makes it so to get the EX Tenko combos, you have to be a little more precise with them than you used to, or else you'll accidentally get V-Shift.
That's so dumb.
I know.
And you know that's a giant oversight too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey man, the Balrogs get richer, you know?
Yeah.
That's how it goes, man. Oh, and there's a missed Tenko right there. Dap firing off. Stand line kick, tap on the door.
Nice anti-air DP.
And again, you see how much damage it is. That's one of those things I have to put out. Sometimes it's more mental damage than actual damage.
Yeah.
That was probably like a 40 damage Dragon Punch at best.
Right. Plus frames. Just did the backdash to be safe. So all of Karin's mix-ups per se off of her V-Trigger basically rely on people not knowing the matchup.
Yeah, I mean a lot of people say V-Trigger is the V system in general is the weakest part of Karin, just because it's too honest.
Yeah.
but really what Kong's trying to do there. Oh, here we go. Good activate. One dive kick left in the chamber. Plus frames. Look at Kong just holding down back diligently with punish from back in. When we see Dragon Punch, no, wake up button.
Biting on the shimmy.
Dap can still take this. He's trying to build that meter. This is a moment 37 option right here. Dap's got the meter, trying to cause a scramble situation.
Yeah,
will be enough. Not quite. Kong hangs on.
Because these characters need 925.
Oh, that is so unfortunate for Dap. 0 is a number in Street Fighter 5, and Kong landed on it square. Dap can't let that get to him here. Still a dog in the fight. Still staying competitive. Kong just not missing with those hit confirms. Crouch Fierce didn't work out that time. Let's see Dap go to work here. Has the corner. Oh, okay. Trying to create a spacing frame trap with that B skill too. Straight back into it with that hooligan combo.
Yep, more plus off of the hooligan. So even though it looked like it would, like a normal EX dive kick would have been negative there, but
yeah.
you can hit a little higher up with hooligan and still be plus.
Wow, just force the issue in there with the Rekkas. Absolutely. A little bit of a smack on the stick, but that's how it goes.
Yep.
Cutting win.
All right, so Kong will move on to winners finals. 2 over Dap. Trying to get little Flavor Saint and Watson Chan on stream, please.
This is the second win for player 1.
You good?
I didn't want to seem like I was going to be a bitch.
They don't want to stick it out. Is your stick okay? Alright, I got you. Alright, so coming up next, Little Flavor Saint, aka Susfront, aka Alabar, aka Frank Umar, up against Watson Chan. I believe the last time these guys played, Alabar took the game, took the set. Can you go play against Chris? Off stream, can I get ST Makoto and Riles Barkley? We're running through the bracket pretty quick, just now 10 p.m. here in the Midwest. Had a little bit of a delayed start, so I apologize. Normally we try to get close started to 8 p.m. as possible, but technical issues plagued me all day today. Left the keyboard at home, left the mouse at home. My PlayStation wouldn't update correctly. It's been a day. It's been a day. But I get to spend it with you guys at home, and if you are interested in getting involved in the Kansas City fighting game community, please check us out at facebook.com/groups/KCFGC. Can you play grilled cheese? Can I get grilled cheese and username? Actually, just wait. I'm going to be on stream next. I'm going to go. Up on stream next is going to be grilled cheese and username. Exclamation point bracket can get you guys caught up if you're following along at home. Been a hot second since we've been able to stream, but having a good time doing it. This is winners round 3. The winner of this will go on to play Kong in winners finals. Joining me on commentary, Mr. Dr. Kung Fu.
It's actually a Kung Fu Hustle now.
Kung Fu Hustle, what a godlike name.
I was recently watched that movie and I was like, ooh.
It's a good name.
Ooh.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, I just saw it on the Plex and I was like, ooh, okay.
Just saw on the Plex.
Yeah, the Plex. If you know, you know.
If you know, you're in there, yeah. It opens both ways.
It opens, but the deal went through.
Yeah.
The deal went through.
Yeah, triples with the Nova.
Yeah, the triples with Nova. I'm on
right?
I'm on the Plex.
Like, you know about Plex, right?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. Tell me about the Plex.
Yeah, I know about the Plex.
Yeah. Oh, man. I got triples of the Barracuda. And now the Nova. You gotta have triples.
Yeah.
That way, if I drive one around, who gives a shit?
If it gets scratched.
Yeah, who gives this shit? Not me. All right. Neutral early on. So as we mentioned, against the projectiles, V-Trigger or V-Skill 2 for Ed is the choice. And like you said, last time these guys played, I believe Frank won.
Whoa, you know, Ed does look like a man that shops at Dan Flash's.
Dude, yeah, and he's always getting into fights with people too. That's how crazy the shirts are.
Yeah.
And we talk about crazy right now. We're talking about the scrambles. V-Trigger activate. V-shit or V-reversal.
What a V-shitter.
Yeah, there's any of you just ever bust out of the wall and do an EX Dragon Punch?
Yeah.
Good up kicks.
Something I noticed was that he whipped a combo actually whipped for Ed. I thought they really changed that.
Yeah, so the inconsistency still plague a couple characters. I know you and I earlier this week we talked about how like Lucia can get the pushback, Curse, Ed can also, and Alabar being really annoying with that the flicker punch to just get out of the corner. Because like if you interact with that button at all, you're getting crumpled.
Yeah.
And look at this, I'm saying he is running away with this match right now. EXDP saves the meter. I like that V shift by Frank.
Yeah.
See there you go, just to get out of the corner.
Yep.
And
Take a little bit of life.
yeah, spacing trap too, so as the Ed player you can really see, are they pressing buttons at this range? Alright, Akuma trying to play catch up right now.
Yeah, but no more V triggers, so he has to do this pretty honestly.
Take the throw, man.
That was gonna be really hard for Akuma to come back.
Yeah, because no meter to reversal, no meter to EXDP. And that's kind of the strength when you talk about quote-unquote robbery V-triggers. Ed is pretty much non-stop frame advantage when he's got that enhanced snatcher V-trigger too.
Yeah. Oh man, another
Nice V-skill 2 through the fireball. So this can be a hard mountain for Akuma to come back in, and this is when sometimes I think about like maybe his low health is a little over justified, like a little overtuned.
Yeah. I think maybe this season he could have used a little bit more health, but
yeah. Here comes the flicker. Not the flicker, but the dash punch. Saves the meter with the Tatsu juggle.
that's a good choice. Ooh, but he's gonna
Oh, too far away. Watson kind of mailed it in, phoned it in on that kick confirm.
He's dead.
Yeah, absolutely, he's dead. Match point for Little Flavor Saint. And, you know, the true testament of Alvar putting in the time, making the hits count, making the decisions count more like. What I'd like to see from Watson here is just like, just slow the game down a little bit. He's trying to bait off that TP.
Yeah. Well, we don't give enough credit to Frank Umar, but he is pretty good with his decisions to DP.
Oh, Watson trying to remember what's my combo.
Oh, reset.
Okay, interesting. Gotta hold this now. No meter. It does not. You do not want to get blocking the XDP right now. And I really like Little Flavor Saint going for the toast. That's what I'm talking about right there.
I hate it when that happens.
EXDP, Flavor Saint still in it. 2 bars. Watson champ -5. Frank Umar's got the punish. Is he gonna be enough?
Oh no!
Dash up EXDP. Are you kidding me, Kong?
Wowzers. Well, you know, he could have killed it before and not have to dash up DP, but
Little Flavor Saint finds himself winner's final. Before we do that, can I get grilled cheese and username on stream? Loser side.
This is the second
alright, grilled cheese.
So
Username Joel versus Gavin.
like, I had this conversation with Alabar last time we played, where I was like, you know, I said, don't beat yourself up too bad, because I think the set was like, I don't know, like 10-4 or something in my favor, but I was like, your playstyle is very like proactive for the tournament setting. Like you just got to win 2 games in a tournament setting, and the reads that Alabar has been making, you know, those dash up dragon punches and stuff, that seems stupid in a long set, but in a tournament, that's all that matters. So, you know, if you're watching at home, you're like, I don't know, that seems scrubby or whatever. Hey man, it's options. It's options that exist in the game.
Yeah, I mean, you really have to stop press buttons, because not only is Ed's dash pretty fast and he goes pretty far.
Yep.
So it's hard to contain yourself. It's hard not to press buttons when you see him dash, because, you know, you are trying to check that dash. But if you're a little too slow, that EX Dragon Punch is coming out.
Yep. Despite how bad the Dragon Punch is on paper, I mean, that's a situation where it works. All right, so grilled cheese back on the board with username here. So I really want to see. I really want to see grilled cheese try to control the air. Anti-airing either with stand medium punch or crouch. I can't remember which button it is that Cody goes with.
Stand fierce.
Stand fierce? Okay. Stand fierce, anti-air, or just pick V-skill 1 and just play it. So that's what he's got on board here. V-skill 1 with the double kick, that's the whirlwind attack you saw from Final Fight. It does not take away Cody's life.
It does give him white life, though.
It does give him a little bit of gray health.
Which is kind of whack.
It is whack. Like, come on.
Like, I get it.
It's a callback, but come on, man.
Yeah.
We're trying to win tournaments, not have nostalgia. So.
Watching intros here.
I'm about it. It's been a while since we've seen it. So trade on the V skill, the uninteractable ground pound from Nikali.
Yeah, just treat it like a fireball.
Yep. Don't get discouraged about it even on the trade. Username in a good spot here, really controlling the corner. Just like you said earlier in this match, Kong, doing a great job using that V skill as part of the combo to get that red bar on board. Username just running away with the match right here. One more touch will do it.
Ooh, pressing buttons.
I really like username willing just to back off.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I've got, you know, my life bar is a resource. 66 seconds on the clock. I don't need to do anything crazy right here. I don't need to force a situation that, you know, that's unnecessary.
Yeah, but speaking of a robbery V-trigger, though,
Yep.
Cody kind of is.
Okay,
It's not sub-robbery as other characters, but he does got some tricky-dicky stuff.
Yeah, Grilled Cheese got to find a way to be more proactive here in this neutral, because right now he's just kind of like walking back just a lot.
Yeah, well, he's walking forward a lot now, but Gavin doing a really good job of just meeting him, making him block something. Get this combo in here. He's not in V-trigger, so he doesn't get OP. But I think he gets a ground pound. Or just walk forward. Yeah.
Oh, this is advantage.
Let's have some fun.
All right, so I want to see how grilled cheese his offense is going to evolve right now. Watch for the
One more
backdash.
time. Oh, cross up. There it is.
Side.
Just talking about robbery V trigger. There it is.
Call Alex V. I want to report a robbery.
But it's one of those I don't think Gavin has ever seen this. Those kind of setups, but
Yeah, I mean that goes back to like I wish he just played
yeah.
Good confirm. Had that Zonk charge. Spin the meter early on. You will get it back. 90 seconds. Oh, I think he wanted the XDP right there.
But that might have even been V reversal.
Oh yeah. Could have been. Plus range. Might not even need it. Oh, a little bit of delay there.
Yeah. That one on the opposite side. Ooh, that was very deep.
Yeah, that's great jumping. Puke. Both sides didn't have the disc guidance charge or the nerd rage.
You know, I wonder if Cody has any answer to V skill 2. Puke, the ground puke.
I don't know. Like he could probably sway, but I think it's active enough where he's just it, and
Yeah.
he's got all the saying man, he had all the fixings of making a comeback right there, but grilled cheese did not want to get scooped. They always say like the other guy is way more scared of the command grab than you are.
Yeah.
So it's like, does this character have a command grab? You know, I'm holding it back.
Yeah, he didn't want to be part of the highlight. The Phenom highlight.
Sweet.
And see, like I really like grilled cheese. I really like to see him throw some more fireballs. Just a couple little. I'm not expecting Cody's not gonna ever zone you like Ryu might, but just a little to put it on username's radar to open up other options later down the road. Whether that's a dash up throw or a jump in or a dash up low. That's kind of what the fireball game can get you in the long run, especially if you have a little bit of more of an unconventional projectile game. Ooh, use the plus frames, no hit confirm. Username gonna lose out on some damage. We'll counter right there.
Ooh, that was punishable. Oh, went for the overhead. I think that was a misinput.
Yeah, he wanted walk forward pipe.
I get that all the time with Kevin.
I do that with Ryu, and I want to be +2.
Oh yeah.
And then I get can opener.
Sweet.
Yeah, good range right here. Oh yeah, don't guess.
Oh yeah. Oh, no punish though. So got away with that.
We'll count it right there on the straight hit. Wow, wake up. Fierce punch.
That's one of the things I harp on Joel about. Just pressing fierces at random times. Ooh, here we go. No jump there.
Dunks. Well, it's the fierce punch because he wants to get into V-trigger so bad.
Yeah.
Like, and it kind of hangs on to dry. Don't overhead. Oh no! 2+.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple of times now, so I don't know if Gavin's actually doing that on purpose.
Final round.
And the way to get that would be you use that stand line kick to be +3. You want to do a slight micro step forward, a slight micro step back. Really, to be confident that your conditioning's paid off. Oh. You don't want Cody to wake up Dragon Punch there. Plus frames, good defense by using it. Yeah, target combo on the second hit. One of the things about trying to cross up Nikali, if he's good with the DPs, is that his DP does hit on both sides.
It goes both ways.
It goes both ways. See you next week.
Oh, okay. Ooh, try to go in for it.
Yeah, that charged overhead that does crush counter.
Oh,
Unfortunate. Username got a little too focused in on it. Okay, so grilled cheese will move on. He would be playing that, but that was not feeling good, so he has dropped out of the tournament. Can I get Watson, Chan, and Riles Barkley on stream, please? Watson, Chan, and Riles Barkley.
Oh, they already played. Oh, and Watson and Riley.
All right, so we are cruising through the bracket here.
Cruising for a bruising. God damn it, my phone.
Oh, I was like, man, is the shelf behind us just coming apart?
Oh, God. My pen even fell off. Has that ever happened to you? Just joking, just joking.
Yeah. They come in to install a toilet, and he says, my foot's stuck. And you come in, he said, I'm just joking.
just joking, and they laugh at you.
And then you see the receipt in the trash can from Home Depot, and they installed a new toilet, but the hole's too small for parts.
And you're sick to your stomach because you can't have a mud pie in your own house.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. It's too good. My stomach is absolutely fucked up.
And let my fucking wife eat the fucking receipt.
He just like punches the pillow. Like, there will never be like. You can guys talk about Citizen Kane all you want, but that is the pinnacle of human cinema on video.
Just the emotions.
Yeah, dude.
The roller coaster.
It really is, and it comes out of nowhere because you're watching that skit the whole time, and you're expecting for them to suddenly be like, "Hey, man, don't eat the receipt."
Yes.
And then everybody's on board with it. Like, that's what you do. I mean, if you like it, just give me the receipt.
Yeah.
All right, so Watson Chan and Riles Barkley.
Don't have any qualms of me eating a receipt, right?
Let's go.
Yeah, I have no qualms.
This is a matchup that I really feel like Watson Chan kind of gets in his own head about.
Well, it's one of those matchups where it's just like, man, it's G, and if you
Akuma.
let him, if you let him run away with it, you're always at the brink of death. Especially how Riley just hoards his meter. Just like he likes fried pickles. This little boy ho.
I really feel like though, like if you're the G main, you hate the Akuma matchup, and the Akuma matchup hates the Akuma player hates the G matchup.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like if I can win it with Ken though, Akuma can definitely win it. But I don't know. All right, this is going to be a battle of stand light kicks though. Both these characters very impressive. Stand light kicks. Riles Barkley off to the races, as it were. Here comes the enhanced projectile, and Riles Barkley always with that delay crouch strong, delay crouch jab, kind of a hallmark of his playstyle. Can kind of, bite him in the butt.
G's buffer is really good though.
Yeah,
they have some pretty good hitbox.
So early show of V shift. I got very tongue-tied, so now I'm like super self-conscious about saying the right one. Oh, look at that jump, fierce punch. Oh, long fireball. We'll see some damage here, though.
So I'm thinking Watson is, that button right there, stand light kick, is probably what makes this matchup for Watson, and why he probably picks this.
I think that it's because of what Akami plays.
Not my day.
Sakura with one of the most important buffs out of the Oro patch is the upgraded face. Oh man, Crouch Fierce absolutely chewed up by that body splash by G. Riles Barkley can take him all the way to the corner. EX Fireball, try to get some plus frame advantage. No with punish in time. Wheel kick, gotta see some damage there.
Ooh.
Damn, wasn't sure about it.
Yeah, I think he just missed the buffer, or the DP.
It's a scary situation there whenever G does the Crouch Fierce Punch into Fireball. It's a setup for command grab later on. Still trying to backdash is Riles Barkley. Watson Chan checking with the jab. Follows up with a throw. Oh, good idea.
Yeah. Alright, take some levels off of him. Didn't wait for him to land. That's pretty important.
That was a weird kind of situation because of like Watson. That could have been like if he would have committed a Dragon Punch, he might have like went under him. Oh, no super though?
Oh, I think he's
Maybe you can't.
Waiting for it to go like this. Oh, I think he. Oh, wow.
Oh, I think Riles Barkley won a super of his own.
Yep.
Oh no, EX Fireball.
Oh, no. Now he doesn't have the meter to chip out.
I think this is gonna end in an EX Tatsu throw V shift back. Oh,
What? The jab connected? Huh?
Nani?
Huh?
Watson Chan on the board. So far, the Sakura pick working out. Riles Barkley, though, a lot of time on the internet. Watson actually pointed out that Riley been playing on an Oro account lately, so might be a little bit of shades of Rust in there, in and out.
I see. Yeah, he did miss some confirms.
Yeah, in your guys' match, I think he was just playing like a little too scared. He was V-shifting a lot.
Yeah.
All right, so Riles Barkley still definitely the tools to get this done.
Ooh, sweet. Oh.
Oh man, he missed these drop super special moves. Riles Barkley killing him right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice punish.
Riley's pretty good at whip punch. Oh, I wouldn't think that would connect there.
Well, we haven't seen an EXDP yet from Watson Chan.
Spending all the meter.
Nice. Sakura's regular Dragon Punch, not quite the best option for anti-airing, but when you spin the meter, you bet she's going to get that damage in. Oh, man. Oh, man.
This is dangerous, though. Oh, no.
There it is. Watson Chan probably rolling his eyes right now like, yeah, this is why this character sucks, bro. If you had that Akuma back fierce punch or Dragon Punch or up parry or any of the other billion tools the character has.
I think that was the time to use crouch fierce, but it's so hard.
First wake up DP of the set, landing true. Oh, I didn't know what side that was going to hit on. Good stuff by Rouse Barkley. Pretty prone though, like every time he gets his back to the wall, he's always looking for that body splash across to try to get out. Oh, interesting. I like that Rouse Barkley committed to the B-break right there because that EX Tatsu was going to be frame advantage for Sakura. What a confirm off that low forward. Dang, Watson tried to stagger the buttons right there to catch that delayed jab.
It's just so hard for it to catch delayed jabs though.
Wow, caught him walking back even in the corner. He needs one touch, and this touch has got to hit. Damn!
He wanted to activate.
Yeah. I think Rouse Barkley wanted to delay crouch low forward. Watson Chan now on match point. Rouse Barkley not out of this.
What a no!
Mom spaghetti, pasta all over the floor.
Reset. Oh no! What's up, Deadshot? That's good.
Watson Chan right now running away with the Sakura.
Oh no!
Oh come on, Riley, not like this.
Oh no! Okay, well.
Watson Chan will move on.
I think there's a ton of drops today.
Everybody been playing Guilty Gear.
I mean, I'm gonna blame my drops on the stupid V-shift. The forward V-shift having priority over every single thing.
I said the Balrog players just get richer, man.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Balrog, no tools.
All right. Let me try to navigate this.
Yeah, with just
this dollar. Can I get Watson Chan and grilled cheese, loser semis? We're just gonna keep plugging away here, man. Is Watson Chan gonna move on? Oh my gosh. And then after this, we're gonna jump up to winners finals where we have Little Flavor Saint against Kong.
No, I ain't scared to have my name out there.
Dang. All right, taking a bit of a break. Actually, this will be a good time. Let me catch my breath here. When we come back, more Street Fighter 5 coming at you guys next. Don't go anywhere.
There is nothing to fear.
Alright, we are back here. Come on, Mouse. We've got Grilled Cheese and Watson Chan coming up here for the battle for losers finals. Wait, you have to like move cars or something?
Oh, maybe.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
There's always something. Always something, Kong.
Always something.
I've been plagued by non-stop technical issues tonight. Audio, music wasn't turned on.
Stupid music.
Layouts weren't cooperating. Streaming's a blow-up. It was a blow-up back in 2010 when Spooky first said it. It's a blow-up in 2021.
But we're here right now.
We're here right now. and you guys could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us.
We got this new egg box here.
It's got, just HDMI cables, just in case. I forgot my HDMI converter, though, for the other monitor at home, of course. So I've been exploring more of Twice's catalog.
Oh,
Okay?
okay.
And I think my favorite song from them is not on any of like their top lists, which is Perfect World, because I think that music video is bomb as hell. But now I'm thinking that Cry For Me is now overtaken.
Cry For Me is pretty good.
Like, I'm like, man, this is a bop.
Twice is pretty good. I think Twice is one of the most popular girl groups right now over in Korea. And they're trying to make headway over to Japan with Perfect World, Japan version. But your brother always makes the mistake of clicking that on YouTube and then going, what the hell is this? Alt F4, bring back up YouTube. Twice Perfect World Korean version.
Korean. There's a Japanese version?
There's a Japanese version.
Huh.
Yes.
I'm always so impressed whenever performers can perform in multiple languages.
Yeah, I think that's like with a lot of Koreans. I mean,
You know,
I know you know this of this person.
yeah.
BOA Boa.
Or Hikara.
Yeah.
Utada.
Yeah, Utada.
She can do English and Japanese. Man, yeah, Boa, man. I actually went through and I did a whole like Inuyasha ending playlist, and that ending for Every Heart by Boa always,
Every Heart
always transports me back to the good old freshman year of high school.
The good old days.
And I was like, man, I'm listening to Japanese music on my 128 megabyte MP3 player.
Oh my god, yeah. I remember. Yeah, I had all that shit. And I had an iPod Shuffle.
Damn.
And I thought I was the shit. You know, I had that up with like Japanese music, J-rock, J-pop, and went to gym, went to North Kansas City High School, and they took a crowbar to my locker, took my iPod Shuffle, and I hope that the only thing I wish is that now they listen to K-pop because of my iPod Shuffle. That it's in their pocket right now.
Yeah. Because they were like, what? I want to listen to NSYNC.
Yeah.
I want to listen to Backstreet Boys. And instead, Boa.
Yeah, Boa, Utada.
Yeah. He's like, what? Simple and clean. This is the greatest song ever written on the planet.
Exactly. And then they played Kingdom Hearts.
There you go. All right. We got the bright pink Akuma color here against Grilled Cheese. So Watson Chan, I think if there's two players that Watson Chan has played the most casuals with in Street Fighter V, it's been Gavin, which was username, and then Grilled Cheese, who's Cody. So there's definitely a lot of liberty that Watson Chan is taking in these kind of matches that you don't normally see him go for. Wake Up Jab, for example. Watson
That
Chan
was very delayed.
Watson Chan still trying to prove that when he does empty jump lows, it doesn't work on anybody.
I mean, yeah, when you delay it that much, you can see it coming. It wasn't obvious, or it wasn't ambiguous at all.
Oh no! Good whiff punish.
Yeah.
Wow, Grilled Cheese is one touch away from actually.
Oh no.
Nope, never
He's
mind.
dead. No, never mind. The drops just happened.
No V skill. It's like projectile invincible.
Oh.
Watson Chan with the
dead?
checkmate situation.
Yeah, I respect it.
So Grilled Cheese on V trigger 1, V skill 1. So V skill 1, of course, is the Dragon Punch. V trigger 1 is the knife. So unlike the pipe, he does not get a command grab.
Yeah, he just gets better neutral.
Better neutral, and he can throw the knife, and it does a lot of damage when it hits. Oh, cross cut, back, fierce punch.
I mean, but if I was Grilled Cheese, I'd take that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing. I still think V trigger 2 is probably the pick.
Ooh, what a buffer.
Yeah, and look at this damage melt off of Akuma with just one bar.
No, he tried to activate.
I'm telling you, that is Grilled Cheese's biggest weakness. Is he gets a little too tunnel vision of I gotta activate, I gotta get at my V trigger.
Oh no, what was that?
That's a dead Cody. Huh. Actually ran out of D meter on the D. On the Dragon Punch. Watson Chan taking game number 1.
This is where
I think I need to get into my computer, much like I get into my routers. and I need to just rebuild the whole stream from scratch. I'm tired of it, Kong. I'm tired of this. Tired of it. You know, it's like, that's not what Cody would say. Or that's not me. That's what Cody would say.
RTY coming in with a subscription. 14 months. Thank you, dude.
Thanks, dude. Hopefully you can make it back top in the shop one of these days.
Yes.
Don't overhead. No, don't do it. I told you, don't overhead.
I mean, it was a good try. He still has the life.
Yeah. So right now, what I'm thinking is, how many throws can I take before Kumi gets the life lead? I'm just going to block all this out. No matter what, rain, shine, just how many throws can you take? Use your life as a resource. Yep. Use the clock, use the timer, because now Akuma has no V-meter. No V-trigger activated.
Oh, no. You try to walk forward. Walk forward, kick.
Now you're in the danger zone.
Yeah. Okay, now you gotta be worried.
Now you're in the danger zone. Yeah.
No.
Joel reeling back in his seat. He's like, I can't believe all I needed was one button that I really just let Watson-chan do whatever he wanted. Yes, because he's Akuma and you're just Cody. Although Cody, probably the second buffed character in the Season 5 patch next to Ryu. Cody got a lot of buffs,
Yeah,
dude.
he did.
He had a big, healthy block of changes.
All right.
I know that he uses a lot of his meter towards EX Zonk to try to build frame advantage. I like to see some EX fireballs every once in a while too, because you can walk behind that fireball. It's one of the slowest projectiles in the game. It hits 3 times. Gotta be careful against Akuma though, because Mina Kinkatsu is a thing. There it is. Just if anything else, just to kind of mix up the approach.
Yeah. I think right now Joel's just swinging. There's not really any layers being built upon here. He's just trying to cycle through his options.
All right, bro. Yeah.
Oh, 2+, 2+, 2+. Uh-oh. He's in trouble.
It needs to do white life and chip.
Yeah.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
Watson-chan looking for a demon right here.
Oh no.
Watson-chan.
You can't block anything, Joel. You can't block anything.
Dead.
Or I guess you can't even do that. Goodbye.
All right.
I guess it's my turn, eh?
It is your turn. Thanks to Kong hanging out on commentary. Can I get Kong and Little Flavor Saint winners finals 3 out of 5? All right, guys, we are winding down for the tournament this evening. Special thanks to the subs tonight. RTY, Raw Mercy, and Bap Attack. Thank you so much for the support. Watson-chan joining me back on the mic.
Oh, I should use my Twitch Prime too. I haven't used that in a long time.
If you want, man.
I mean, I don't really watch Twitch that much lately, so I might as well.
All right, so we are jumping up to winners finals. This is a 3 out of 5 set for these guys. The winner will go on to grand finals. The loser will drop down to face Watson. Will we get a run back with Alabar against Watson loser side, or will Watson have to face Kong?
What happened to Dap? Did he have to leave?
Wasn't feeling good.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Dap dropped out.
That's a bummer.
He's been. I think for Dap in these tournaments, for him, it's been a lot of like reacclimating himself to because he moved back to Kansas City area from Atlanta.
Yeah.
So I think his attention gets a little bit split from man, all my friends are back home and are in Atlanta, but I live in KC, and it's like I want to hang out, but I got to work early in the morning. So, shout out to Dap, always bringing the heat at top of the shop, and hope he feels better. I mean, I know how it is, man. Some days you're just feeling off.
Yeah.
Whether it's something you ate or you're just like, not feeling today. 3 out of 5 set here. Alabar versus Kong. So, what I think is the strongest feature about Alabar's current mode of Street Fighter is that he plays a very strong 2 out of 3 game. Where the hard reads of the EXDP start to have diminishing returns is in these longer sets.
For sure.
The 3 out of 5 might not seem like a huge difference from the standard 2 out of 3, but it is enough time to where you go, how many of these dash up EXDPs do I have in my back pocket?
Yeah.
But it also takes just as much adaptation and awareness by the other player, Kong in this instance, not to get chewed up by him. So Again, if you sit at home and you're like, man, Ed is such a scrubby character, there's a method to the madness, I promise. Early on, showing the fireball from Ed, trying to get Kong to bite on a Rasenha. Huge jump in. Kong going to go straight to the corner, start things off here. 88 seconds on the board. Dash punch out. Yep, it sucks to get hit by. He'll be doing it all night. Imagine if a focus attack went full screen, because that's what it feels like getting hit.
Pretty much.
Think about Dawson's yoga sniper. Like, what if that was his focus attack in Street Fighter 4 and it just crushes the shit out of you?
That would be fucked up.
Yeah, I'll never go to Africa again.
Dude, there's even the Africa stage in 4.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Made those jokes all the time, dude. People are all about the hippos and the meerkats in that stage, but if you're a real PPCG OG, you know what the real danger was.
Yeah, you know to stay away from the elephants.
Yeah, stay away from the elephants, bro. And Ed getting some potassium early here, knocked into the fruit stand. No bananas on the head though. Kong taking round number 1. That V trigger confirm into super.
Ooh, big counter hit.
One thing,
second round, but he messed up the Tenko.
One thing you don't want to challenge Kong on is the forward dash. Dude practices like a madman. He actually might have spaced that to be plus. Please tell me. Ed players. Why does he need that?
Nice adaptation using the longer button to challenge the Psycho Knuckle as well, because he does kind of Ed rears back during the startup of it, and that's how you see him catching a lot of people pressing buttons there.
Oh man, caught him on the whiff though.
Yeah, this should be the round.
So here's the thing though. So Little Flavor Sam, Saint-Paul Albar, got caught whiffing a lot of stuff, and it's like, oh, he's been solved. He's been figured out. Oh, he's been, this guy is just doing X, Y, and Z. So Albar knows what he needs to do to tighten up. This isn't a problem that's outside of his wheelhouse that he can't solve.
Yeah, for sure.
But again, you're playing against the best grounded game in KC, so
Nice challenge up there.
There's fewer things more polarizing in your fighting game career than when you find somebody who can just whip punish everything under the sun.
Yeah.
You're like, man, I thought I was good. Oh, a drop Tenko turns into some damage for Kong. Little Flavor Saint now getting back into the corner though. Back and forth here, this tug of war for the middle of the screen. Trigger still out. Oh, okay, uncharged Snatcher takes some damage. Damn,
should be.
Ooh, oh, it didn't spin the meter. Kong that confident in it.
I don't know if it's that. I think it's Is
he in his head about the V-shift thing?
I think so, but he didn't. Maybe not. I don't know. He didn't have buck. But he said he basically is learning a new way to do.
Oh, Tenkos. This is dangerous.
If I understood him correctly when we were talking on Friday.
Oh, absolutely. So, Alabar just one decision behind. We saw the first Snatcher hit. Kong just blocked. He went for the shimmy. The second Snatcher, Kong was like, nah, you're going to definitely go for something this time. Super.
Nice anti-air with the stay medium kick.
God bless seeing regular characters be able to punish Karn's sweep.
Yeah.
Talk about a war crime that went unpunished for far too long.
Right.
So, hallmark of Alabar's playstyle is let you commit to the buttons, then we're looking for DP. Nice. Good staggered pressure here. Oh, he had it too! He just didn't trust in it! And now he gave up the corner. That's what you want him to do here. Dash punch on the way out. Kong was all ready for it. Alabar gotta stay composed. Can't fall asleep here. Can't fall out of it. Oh, okay. I would say, man, don't even worry about the B trigger at that point.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about roundhouse activate because that roundhouse on block gonna get you dead. This player has already shown they can whip punish you all day. Give yourself a chance to win. EXDP, that's all right. Shake it off. Looking for the low. Expect Kong to open up the forward dash game now. Little Flavor Saint taking a commanding life lead here. Game number 2.
Yep, and gonna get Oki up in the super too because he was close enough to the corner.
Yep. Oh, okay. All right. So Alabar can take all these throws again. Ask yourself how many throws can you take right here and still be in the lead? About 2 more.
Yep.
You just block all this all day. Here comes Trigger. This should be enough to kill. Not quite.
Not quite. Because she needs 925.
Oh,
Ed wins.
Oh my god. I mean, it's one of those things where you're like, what? Kong really did wake up Dragon Punch right there? Oh my god.
Round 1.
Shame
And
on.
everybody does wake up DP. I don't care who they are.
Yeah. Everybody jumps. Everybody does reversals. It's part of the game. Alright. Kong trying to get a little bit more tight here in the neutral. Finds a big jump in.
Yeah. Opts for the easier combo so as not to risk messing it up with V-Shift.
Little Flavor Saint has not missed an EXDP yet. Dang. Might be thinking about that block sweep a little too much.
Got the hard combo that time.
I want to see Kong get real dirty with it and go for the command grab.
Oh yeah.
Because like Little Flavor Saint is just sitting there. It's just sitting there. Oh, there's one. Just goes for the standard, straight up. Oki. Kong trying to play solid, stay up in front. Wow, what a check on the
punish
forward
on the
dash.
sweep. Yeah, he opted to dash, and he punished every other sweep so far. But maybe maybe the mental stack getting a little too high.
Yep. That's exactly. I mean, that's a great point by Watson Chan there. Thinking about, you know, one of the other things about these long games is how short is your memory. How what are the details of the match can you keep in that memory bank that's going to keep you into the long set.
Nice counter hit confirmed.
Yeah, and now we're back. Now he's got a life lead, so just got to play solid right here. Nothing risky, but also don't walk yourself into a corner. I like the EX Fireball, keep those plus frames, cover the dash. Okay, caught him walking back. Here comes a throw. Get ready for it.
Now at the life deficit. But gonna catch up with that activation combo.
Wow, he pressed buttons on the way up. Kong was looking to jump back, I think. It wasn't a counter hit.
Yeah.
Dead.
Got caught low again, yeah.
Alabar looking at him like, really? Really? You gonna do me like this? You gonna do me like this? Kong's like, of course. Of course I am.
Cutting win.
Alright. 2-1 here, Kong. Looking to get into Grand Finals. Alabar looking to get into Grand Finals himself, so he doesn't have to see Watson Chan again. Watson Chan not really waiting in the shadows, just hanging out like a microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Alabar try to condition more with that stand medium kick. You know, plus 3, I believe.
I think it's only +1.
Oh, +1.
But it's because, like, when he does it that far away, you can't really challenge it.
Again, here's that giant life lead. Like this is where the plan starts to fall apart. It's comes down to one mistake. So I love this patience right now by saying just chill out. The XDP really bet the farm. Give yourself a chance to win. Let's see some damage here.
Ooh, yeah, you don't get neutral jump punish against Karin. You gotta just settle for crush counter damage.
Hammering away, good DP. Raw DP. Are you kidding me? Yeah, and Kong. See, here's the thing about Kong taking that throw right there is take the throw, get the round over with while he's in V Trigger 2, so he can't build another conditioning layer on top of it. And it's like Kong's like, look, I'm willing to take the throw. You know, it's gonna reward me later on. Nice, confirmed counter hit, stand short into crouch medium kick, crush counter. Let's go to the corner. Immediate V reversal. Caught him pressing the stove. Ooh, okay. Saint trying to set up a little bit of a shimmy opportunity for himself, but Kong one step ahead on that conditioning plan. Back with the delayed jab. Back throw with the sweep. Here comes a crush. Will he respect the wake up? And absolutely. So kind of the pseudo option select there against Ed, Urian, and Falk with the jab over it, and then we see if he drag punches.
Yep. Also, we were both wrong. Stand medium kick is +2.
Okay.
Had to double check.
But his stand medium punch is +3, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
I was pretty sure.
I know he has one +3 button at least. Oh, 2.
Oh, great punish here. Absolutely.
Both of his jabs and stand medium punch are all +3.
His jabs are +3?
Yep, both of them.
That's crazy. Oh no, a missed input. Is this going to give Kong enough life?
Ooh, backdoor him back into the corner though. This is what Alabar needs right now. But Kong finding a counter hit, fighting his way out. Alabar still with the life lead, but took a risk that he didn't need to.
This is what I'm saying. How deep are your pockets? Alabar's got one more chance. The problem here is he's not going to have any meter. Oh, he did get the meter for DP.
Yeah.
Okay. So got to be careful with the stand roundhouse activate. I'd almost just go raw activate right now. Okay, yes. Make it count.
What's the mix? Try to shimmy.
He saw it earlier. He already tried that earlier.
Yeah.
Cutting win.
Kong giving him the Fei Long finger
I was gonna
wag,
say,
like,
man, the EX Psycho upper there was, he could have taken one more throw before he had the life deficit. You pointed that out earlier.
Yep.
And that was a risk that he didn't really need to take.
Give yourself a chance to win. All right, well, we're going to have a run back here in Losers Finals. It's going to be Watson Chan and Little Flavor Saint. Huh? Yeah, go now. We ain't waiting around. Shout out to 12 viewers tonight. Thanks for tuning in. We got Losers Finals coming up next here, top in the shop, 8/26/2021. I'm your stream host, Robbie V. Joining me on commentary, our grand finalist for tonight, Mr. Kong.
What's up?
He tried to shimmy you twice.
Yeah, and try to dash at me.
That's why I said you did not try to challenge Kong on the forward dashes. And if you want to get good at challenging forward dashes, Daigo training.
Daigo training.
Number one thing you could do to instantly level up your Street Fighter game. If you don't know what that is, check it out. I'm sure there's videos from, I think High Fight explains it on YouTube.
Yeah, there's a couple of Brian F's videos about it too. It's a very good training if you want to hone your reactions and really focus in on what you need to react to, and also just in general, just learning how to deal with the mental stack.
Yeah, recognizing a space and then immediately going like, what are my opponent's options at this range? And it teaches you whip punishing, it teaches you reactions like Kong said, and then, kind of depending on how you set it up, anti-airing.
Yeah.
I was trying to practice throwing Urian out of EX shoulder tackle.
Oh yeah, it's just so hard because you have to know the spacing, because the closer he is, the more time you have in between the hits.
Right. Oh man, Skies of Honor. So we're gonna go back to stage select here. Skies of Honor is banned here at Top in the Shop, along with Flamenco Tavern if you're a Vega main, so stay the hell out. Did you know they changed the input for the to get on the cage?
Oh, did they?
Like in the last patch, and I can't remember Raiketsu Vega, the Japanese Vega player. He tweeted about it and he was like, what was the point of changing?
Yeah, why? It's banned.
It doesn't matter, yeah.
What are you doing, Capcom?
I say let it rock, because when Vega gets on that cage, man, if you've ever played Arcade Edition or Street Fighter 2, you know how to deal with it. it's not like it gives him some sort of like crazy advantage. That being said, though, I have seen like compilation videos of like Vegas that got the Grandmaster by just playing on Flamenco Tavern and just abusing the shit out of the cage, which is hilarious to me, man.
That and also Birdie playing on Kanzuki Beach.
Kanzuki Beach, throwing his trash in the ocean. Like,
Jesus.
Come on.
Come on, Birdie.
Are you eating a hot dog?
No, I'm just really tired.
He's like trying to eat it out of the sleeve. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, nice reset. So another 3 out of 5 set here. Good V reversal.
Yeah, get a little cheeky with it.
Minus that time, but not punishable. So you're on the extreme sides of the frame advantage spectrum. You're either +2 or -2.
Ooh, delayed.
Oh, I need to switch the names.
Go, gotta take the mix up. You know, in my matches when I took the snatcher.
Ooh!
Oh, that was a good
Good
answer.
idea.
Yeah, I was just trying to backdash out of it. I was like, I'll just air reset.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Depending on what button he does it from, you can neutral jump out of it too. But it's not something you can just like easily V. It is a true string.
Yes.
So you can't V reversal out of it. You have to V reversal the button ahead of time. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's why they added the guard break.
Yeah.
Because people were just V reversing out of it.
Good. I mean, I think that's kind of like a hallmark of some V triggers, is just make sure your opponent use their resources up.
Yeah.
Like if you're V reversing Aegis Reflector, you're not going to get triggered.
Ooh, nice
call out. So let's see if Watson Chan adjusts the game plan, goes for air fireball. -2 on that forward dash.
Oh, that's, you know. Oh, okay. Activate, here we go. Gotta hold up.
Oh,
this.
man.
Oh, no, challenge.
I like that Watson Chain not deterred by these DPs. Here comes the dash punch, though.
Oh, wow. What an answer.
Just absolutely threading the needle under those fireballs, getting Little Flavor Saint. Game number 1.
All right, let's see what Watson has. He lost to Frank.
Did is double jeopardy situation.
Ooh, man, that beast was actually pretty good because you can't back roll it, so it gives you. Oh no!
You know what I would tell Watson right now is I think Watson should start mashing light punch DP during Frank's pressure.
Oh no! He's just running him over.
Oh, it's one of those things like when you get put on notice by people doing Dragon Punch through your strings, in Frank's case, or a Little Flavor Saint, or Alabar, or Sesrot, it's enough to make you kind of hesitate a little bit. So you have to change up your approach right now, sooner than later.
All right, make him pay for this.
Yep, send a
damage.
message.
Corner carry.
Oh my god. And like, it must be so liberating for Alabar just to do that dash punch and be like, look how great this move is. Nobody does anything about it.
I mean, I was trying to sweep it.
Yeah.
Counter. But then again, Karen is blessed with a pretty good sweep. All right. Oh, no super. We'll see if Alabar regrets not being able to super there.
Oh, Watson Chan looking for a jab. Not sure what he wanted there. Little Flavor Saint up 2-0 right now.
Pretty convincingly too.
Yeah. So I know, and again, like the whole pace, the whole tempo, the whole shebang, all dictated by, you know, I don't want to get caught committing to my offensive options because EXDP, a gift.
Yeah. Let's see if Watson can take anything from this.
See, like oh, he could have got up kicks right there. He also, Watson needs to change up the throw approach because Alabar using a lot of delay buttons, so he just needs to go for raw throw.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, he's getting caught by that too.
And stop trying to prove an issue. That's just what it is. Like, whiff, mix up.
Ooh,
Wow,
nice.
what a great bait. Cash in the whole trigger.
And the earlier said he was getting hit off of that.
Told you, bro.
All right, Watson Chan showing signs of life.
Still a little bit overcommittal though with the demon flip, so it's just like regular throw. Don't put a button behind it, just regular throw.
That was a good punish from the stand roundhouse.
Again, one bar, one blue bar.
Ooh.
Also too, again, so no V skill 2. Like Akuma can zone in this matchup right now. Like yeah, fully charged snatcher could be a problem right here. Plus, good walk back. Oh my god.
Just delayed.
See, more mental damage than red damage. That was like 40 damage tops.
Yeah, just that. He would just delay it there. Alright, pressing the buttons.
There you go, raw throw. Worked out. And immediately, Spirit enters back. Here comes pressure. We can walk back. Oh my god, that caught like the last active frame of that, or recovery frame, excuse me, of that forward dash. Working out for Akuma. Again, blessed in so many different areas in the game. Whoops. Oh no. Oh no. Yes, the intro.
Yeah.
The loser's final intro.
Nice jump. There you go. That's what you got to do to play against Charge Snatcher. You see him crouch down a little bit, jump at him, almost free.
Oh no.
Here we go. Throw setups. Oh, go for the overhead. Here we go.
So normally I would say this doesn't matter, but in the case of the paper mache health of Akuma, it does matter. Oh, what a hit confirm miss opportunity. Frank Umar desperate to try to get some V-trigger damage.
Oh, that was good.
Hardly any of that V meter gone too off that.
Oh, there you go.
The
correct response.
I like that Watson Chan opting for the target combo, not trying to get greedy with low forward and Tatsu. Oh, but just as I said greedy, completely jinxed him, Kong. Look at the life melt off of Akuma. Do it again. Oh, the shimmy. Oh, got caught up in the scramble, missed the input for air fireball, and Frank Umar, Little Flavor Saint on match point to get back up in the grand final.
I dropped my fireball and I hit my head. Brooklyn 99, if you haven't watched it, it's a great watch. Nice punish. Fishing for crash counters now.
Wow, Watson, man. Rarely do you ever see a character with a +3 button block the +3 and then walk backwards. But he's worried about that DP. Raw throws looking good.
Nice,
what
nice
a
answer.
stop sign. Oh, your Dragon Punch, sir, is not in Vuln.
Yeah. I think he tried to do that on me. He was just trying to activate.
Yeah.
He was looking for a shimmy, but you know, that's a little rough. That's a big gamble.
This is life. Watson Chan not going to get back though. I mean, he said this is match point still for Little Flavor Saint, trying to get back up in the grand finals. Huge jump in here. If I'm Watson, I'm spinning the mirror. Didn't do it though.
It's okay. I think he's
huge jump in. Too high to hit though for the combo. Oh my god.
okay.
Scary. Don't red fireball. This is such a back and forth match here. Is either Snatcher going to get jumped in on, or is the Snatcher going to get through a fireball? Delay buttons by Flavor Spirit or Flavor Saint working out.
Nice.
Watson got to capitalize here before he can get to that B trigger. Oh, good up snatch.
Yes. Oh.
He's really saving the meter here, Kong. Will it bite Watson? Oh, don't touch the stove!
There it is.
That's it. That's it.
2-2. He didn't even need the meter.
Those air fireballs catching
what a scramble.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
It didn't even combo.
It was one of those things like, man, I did the right thing and I got punished for it?
Yeah, Frank just pushed a button in between them.
You are fighting against Akuma. It's always cool to have guest characters in a game, so I'm really glad that we have a Monster Hunter representative in Street Fighter V. Akuma, of course, originally a Monster Hunter character.
Yep. Monster Hunter Rise.
I just want a Raging Demon or Wrathful. It's too much to ask. See, I said Watson's kind of going back, and he's like trying a little bit too hard. You need to scale back the effort, just half step. Just go back to what was working. Trying to prove a point too much here. Trying to with punish unorthodox stuff. Trying to Tatsu through unorthodox stuff. Just go back to what was working.
There you go.
Chop. OTG. Good.
Ooh, okay.
Raw throw.
Yeah.
Raw throw, man.
Yeah.
It's worked every time he's done it.
Now Frank is throw teching now. Oh, that's the second time that's been blocked.
Good back throw by Frank. I'm glad that people aren't auto. I commented when you did it earlier. People not autopiloting for a DP crush counter to win. It's like no, back throw to end the round.
Ooh, that's one of those where he was 2+, got the meaty. Ooh, okay.
He's always pressing delay buttons into flicker. He's just constantly tapping them. Nice DP, Old Testament style. Go forward, trying to catch the walk back, chaining them together.
Yeah, one of the things I told him too is that if he could stop just flickering and actually hit confirm his crouch medium kick. I showed that.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, he didn't take the win.
Oh, he missed the super.
Oh no!
Kong, that's it.
This is it.
Oh my God.
That's unfortunate.
Alabar's so lucky.
Alright, grand final.
Alright, grand finals. We got Kong and Little Flavor Saint. Alright, joining me now in commentary, Mr. Watson Chan.
What's up?
What is up? What is up indeed? Crazy Ed. I'm salty for you.
That's whatever. I mean, the game I won before that with the air fireball, that was super fucked up, so.
You're right. Karma catches up to all of us, so. All right, that's Watson Chan showing like that's the proper mindset to be in when you lose like that. I'm still salty about it. I'm like, man, because the DP for the chip hit like at the yeah, it hit on like the second and the third hit, so you couldn't cancel into super.
Yeah, it was I got a little antsy.
That's why I don't like to do DP super or for chip. We do fireball in the chip.
Yeah, I guess I should do stand medium kick fireball because that's always a true string. That would have been the better play for sure.
All right, we are at grand finals here. Little Flavor saying Alabar versus Kong. It's a 3 out of 5 set to win the tournament for Kong. Alabar needs 3 to reset the bracket. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, guys. 11 o'clock here in the Midwest. We got a little bit of a late start, but burning through this tournament otherwise. So sit tight. 3 out of 5. Street Fighter 5 coming at you next. Kong on Karin.
Gonna try the Nash first. I respect it. It didn't work out in winner's final, so I almost thought about playing Sakura against Alabar, but I was like, I don't feel like Akuma was the reason I lost the first set, and I still don't feel that way.
Yeah.
So.
No, I think it I don't know. We'll talk about it later. Sobot, one of the biggest buff normals probably in the history of Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
From Nash.
Yeah, Capcom's wild for that one. But I mean,
MOV was playing Nash the first week that button got buffed.
Yeah.
And Sia Finn had him on record for using it something like 11,000 times in the first week.
Yeah.
He's just coming from a Chun-Li main, the button's good if a Chun-Li main is just using it with reckless abandon. So there's those delay buttons that I was trying to talk about in the Ed matchup, is that Alabar gets into the habit of drumming his fingers for flicker like it's a DP. No matter how many times I scream at him, it's never gonna be a DP, never gonna be a reversal. Stop doing it. And you saw right there, not only did he get counter hit once, but he got counter hit twice in the same pressure string. Karin with that staggered pressure, that cross strong. Excellent.
Nice. Yeah, check on the dead. Both players misspacing their whip punishes.
Yeah,
gotta see a punish.
Nash always.
He was doing so good about that in their first set until the very end.
Oh man, good drop. We're gonna count. Oh no!
Yeah, reset was not worth it. That's okay.
I think it was just a straight up drop. Okay, a gift from Kong.
Should be the rounds?
Yep, absolutely. Double bar, I completely agree. You talk about, there was a kind of a discussion that Ultra David tried to point out about how commentators what the fuck?
Yeah.
Was that cross-up jump roundhouse?
It looked like it.
Did my eyes deceive me?
There we go. See the punish on the sweep now.
Basically his comment was commentators that waste time talking about if they should or should not have spent the bar, people need to get over it. And I'm like, what? But it's an important nuance of the game because it illustrates what could happen next.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
and the importance of being optimal.
I guess I can kind of see where he's coming from because I do think that it's and I try to stop myself from doing this too. I think it's kind of a bad commentary practice to be they should do this or I would have done this.
Yeah.
Whatever, because that doesn't really help anyone. But at the same time, I think there's a place to talk about the meter.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it's part of the game, and some characters completely change how you have to play against them based on what resources they have.
Well, the context that I would give in a situation, especially coming from this type of stream where we're obviously not professional Street Fighter players, we are not professional commentators. So me saying that is not to downplay anybody's talents here. Me saying that is the point of the stream largely is so that our players can go back and watch something and potentially learn something to get better. Because it's not good enough to be like, should have spent the meter there. You need context. Just like it's like just like saying like, you know, hey Albar, stop mashing DP. It's not good enough to say that. You have to without context, that advice just falls into a ditch. Yeah. You know? Like anyway, I don't know why that jumped in my brain because it's like, oh yeah, I remember when Ultra Dave was kind of like a little pretentious about commentary, you know, habits.
Round 1.
You know, I don't think there's a place for just sitting here and reciting like frame data over and over again either, but
no.
I think with proper context, it matters.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so giving up the Sonic Booms and sights for the burn kicks and the bouncy fireballs of Lucia.
Yeah, I don't know if I like him cycling through all these characters.
No, I don't like it at all. I think he should have really stuck with Ed.
Yeah, again, I feel the same way for him as I do about my sets. Like, Ed was definitely not the reason that he lost the set.
And a player like Alabar, this is an important learning experience to be like, how far can your head go, bro? How far can you do with just Ed? Yeah, right now it's kind of we're putting the stationery on the table, we're writing the thank you letter, and we're mailing it off. Ready for about to pick up that letter and be like, huh? This will always be my favorite stage in Street Fighter V.
It's pretty good. This game has a lot of good stages. I don't really know what my favorite is.
This stage is not only because it was like the only stage you could play during like the beta. Yeah. Like this and Waterfall.
Man, I do remember the initial reveal trailer though. It being like super hype when they first showed the stage transitions. Yeah.
Cutting win.
All right, very quick 2-up for Kong. One more game to take the tournament. Alabar, quite the mountain to climb. Needs 3 wins to reset the bracket. Looks like we'll probably go to an Ed pick.
Yeah. I wish he would have started the set with Ed, especially if he starts doing well. You know, there'll always be that like gnawing in the back of your mind, like I should have just played Ed.
Did I give away 2 games? Because I mean, the other thing too is like, you're not playing against a player who just luckily got into Grand Finals. Yeah. You're playing against the best player in Kansas City. You think he doesn't know how to fight Nash, you're wrong. You think he doesn't know how to fight Lucia, literally maining Lucia right now, you're wrong. So like, why not just play your main and stick to it? But yeah, we are neither here nor there. That's why we're on commentary and he's in the hot seat right now. So again, use it as a learning opportunity. No Oro, no Akira tonight on the stream. I think people are still trying to get those characters ironed out here. So here we are. Air Force Base, great whiff punish early on. And like, this is where I think that Ed should try to represent more of the close range fireball game before Karin can get the meter to really answer it on reaction. Which is still a risk for Karin because he can always fake it. Yeah. Just as I said that, Kong jumps a fireball. Luckily, Alabar able to block, but finds himself back to the wall here. Big crush counter again, trying too hard to get that V trigger on, and he's going to get stunned. Back throw for meter gain, absolutely. Tournament point for Kong. Yep.
Round 2. Fight.
Both players pretty close to being even on meter. Oh man. I think one of the best advice I ever got from Sensei guy was like, bro, you hit too many laggy buttons, bro. No laggy buttons that quick. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm fighting for my life here, dog. We're staying around the house. What do you want from me? He's like, no laggy buttons. I'm like, what'd you say? No laggy buttons, bro. I'm trying to play hard mic.
See a big punch.
Try to get on that. Stop using laggy buttons. Scream that, bro. Scream that.
One more blocked normal for V-Trigger.
Yup, and V-Trigger okay, you are now almost in chip range.
No whiff punish on the sweep. He was a little too scared. I mean, it's tournament life, but yeah, that should have been dead.
Should have been dead.
He pulled a me, but he got a second chance at it. Because he didn't do it with a crush counterable move. But that move, that is -10.
Cutting win.
All right, well, that's going to do it for tonight. Top in the shop. August 26, 2021, exclamation point bracket if you're following along at home. We'll get you a recap of all the action that went down tonight. Kong taking grand final with a straight 3-up over.
Oh, you put you put me on there.
Oh,
I guess it doesn't really matter, but
sure it does.
yeah, it matters for. Oh yeah, it does. It matters for when we go to majors and Smash GG tries to seed us.
Does Smash GG pull from challenge?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah.
Maybe though.
Every
I don't
online
really know.
tournament that I've entered on Smash GG always has me going 0-2. I'm like, good. I think that's better for me.
Yeah.
The person that's playing me can like downplay or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So again, exclamation point bracket will get you caught up to everything that went down tonight. Here is your top 8. Kong, first place, 5 straight wins, 0 losses. Second place, Little Flavor Saint, aka Sustrot Alabar. Third place, Watson Champ. Fourth place, Grilled Cheese. And one thing I want to say about grilled cheese: just gotta practice the game more, and really commit to it. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Dap had to drop out early, not feeling well. Hope you feel better, buddy. 6th place, Riles Barkley. 7th place, S Team Makoto, aka Full Bleed, and 8th place, username. So that is the shakedown tonight. If you want to get involved in Kansas City fighting games, check us out on Facebook at Facebook.com/groups/KCFGC. You can also just Google us, KCFGC. You'll find our Facebook page that way. You'll be in the know for all things fighting games, not just Street Fighter. We got Guilty Gear Strive. We even got some setups here in the building tonight. Dragon Ball, Mortal Kombat, Tekken 7. The list goes on and on and on. So special thanks to the commentary tonight, Mr. Watson Chan, Kong. I believe Riley was on for a hot second. And yeah, so fun tournament tonight. We're gonna be grinding out some casuals, guys. You got anything?
Not that I can think of.
Also, thanks for hanging out during all the technical difficulties. I know it was a little bit of a roller coaster getting things started tonight. So remember, the worst thing when it comes to playing fighting games, the worst thing you can do is never pick up a controller. We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Of course it doesn't work.